Hi, comedy and epic here. Today I will tell you a story called The Twins with Opposite Looks, so enjoy this. Sumi and Rina, two opposing twins, center the narrative. Sumi enjoys spending time alone in her room because she is shy. She lacks confidence and is also overweight. She performs on live streams as Sexy Diva as a pastime. She has amassed a sizable following over the years, but no one has ever seen her face. Every time she goes live, people make assumptions about how attractive she must be, but Sumi is aware that if she reveals her face, her popularity will fall off quickly. Her sister Rina, in contrast, is living the dream of every young Korean woman. She serves as the face of the well-known girl group Miracle Girls. She has millions of fans worldwide and is signed to a label. Rina is well known for her beauty and dancing, but she hardly sings. She remains the group member who enjoys the most popularity. She is rude and conceited, and her bandmates don't like her for these reasons. Their manager alerts them one day that popular male singer Hae-sun has requested Rina to appear in a commercial video. Even though the other girls are much better singers, Rina receives more opportunities than them, which makes the other girls unhappy. Later on that day, a few journalists stop by the girls' house to speak with Rina's family. As a result of her appearance, Rina asks Sumi to remain in her room during the interview. Rina denies having any siblings, saying that her older sister is away at school most of the time. Due to her dislikable personality, Sumi despises her sister. Despite being identical twins, they never talk about their lives and are constantly at odds. Sumi hates her school more than her sister does, which is one thing. She is so severely bullied by her classmates that she always keeps track of the days until graduation. She is deeply in love with Josok, one of the popular guys in the bullies group, which is unfortunate for her. Around the same time last year, Sumi made the decision to tell Josok how she really felt and bought him a gift. However, the bullies grabbed it from her and read the love letter aloud. Sumi hasn't yet recovered from the humiliation of being rejected in public, but her feelings for Josok haven't changed. Rina meets fellow idol Hae-sun while visiting the commercial set in a different location. He thinks of himself more as a musician than an entertainer and is even more conceited than Rina. He treats Rina horribly because he knows she is only well known for her appearance. Hae-sun thinks the idea behind the commercial is stupid, but Rina complies with the director's instructions. He declines to participate, leaving his manager in charge of containing the situation. Due to his prudence, Rina is also dropped from the advertisement. She curses at him as she walks back home in tears. Sumi is lounging in their front yard with their dog in the meantime. It runs outside the house and vanishes when she isn't looking. After a full day of searching, Sumi comes across an elderly woman unconscious on the ground. She decides to carry the helpless woman to her home on her own. She invites her inside and, moved by her generosity, reveals that she is a tarot reader. Sumi chooses the most uncommon tarot card when asked to choose one. The woman claims that it is supposed to fulfill her wish. Sumi considers exchanging lives with her sister despite her skepticism. She then has a change of heart and requests the ability to never put on weight. Before sending her off, the woman presents her with a necklace. Sumi collapses as she walks her dog back to her house. Rina, who is in the middle of a dance rehearsal, also passes out at the same moment. The sisters are in a hospital next to each other's beds when they awaken. Strangely, their mother uses different names for each of them. They look at one another confused and are horrified to discover that their bodies have been switched. They try to switch back right away, but the stupid idea doesn't work. So they immediately run outside and hit their heads with a rock. Sui's knees come to rest on the necklace the tarot reader gave her earlier as she mulls over alternative plans. She rushes to the woman's home after recalling that she had unconsciously asked to trade lives with her sister. When they arrive, they learn that the woman has left on vacation and won't be back for another month. Both sisters are devastated by the news because it means they will have to spend the next month acting like the person they despise the most. They share the do's and don'ts of their daily lives with one another to help each other adjust to their new lives. Sumi is asked to practice the dance that their girl group has been practicing, be rude to everyone, and eat less. But for Ri not to be like her sister, she only needs to be present and quiet. They swap phones, dress in each other's clothes, and get ready for the day the next day. Ri-na eats a box of snacks before heading to school, something she would never have done in her previous body. She doesn't worry about being switched and sees it as a free month off from her regularly hectic schedule. However, that is only until some bullies stop her. Gyosak grabs the box and teases her for having feelings for him. Ri-na wants to reprimand everyone, but she decides to remain silent after thinking that Sumi would never act in such a way. Sumi, meanwhile, visits the troupe for a final dress rehearsal of their comeback performance. She receives the prettiest clothes and is given first priority because she is the most liked member of the group. When it comes time to perform, though, she becomes anxious and botches the dance. She laughs at her lack of talent as Hae-sun, who is watching the performance, laughs. After the practice sessions, they must give a live performance. Sumi's anxiety takes over, and she starts sobbing in the restroom. She is holding the necklace and hoping to perform well in the grand finale. When she finally has to perform, lo and behold, she doesn't miss a single detail. In the middle of the live broadcast, the lead vocalist and her rival both forget the lyrics. Sumi sings in her place and steals the show to aid her. Even Hae-sun is taken aback by how well she sings. After the performance, she unintentionally lands in his arms. Sumi, as opposed to Ri-na, is entranced by his beauty. Sumi gives him a loving look as he sets her down before taking the stage and singing. At home, Ri-na is upset that Sumi sang well because she thinks that once she returns to her body, people will expect the same of her. The following time, Sumi vows to treat her worse, but Hae-sun texts her and asks her to record a duet with him. Sumi is asked to use her best efforts to discipline him because Ri-na recalls him acting haughtily the last time. Ri-na reads Sumi's journal after finding it at school. She quickly learns about the daily struggles the bullies cause her sister. She makes sure to make fun of one of the girls' makeup the next time she runs into them. Everyone is shocked when Ri-na restrains her hand from slapping the girl. Ri-na calls Gyosak ugly and walks away as he approaches to shame her for her 100th time admiration of him. The abrupt personality change leaves him speechless, and he even finds it alluring. Hae-sun texts Sumi to come to the rooftop at the same time in the company. He talks about the song they should duet to and expresses regret for being rude to her during the commercial. It is simpler to choose since they appear to have comparable musical preferences. Finally, Hae-sun enfolds her in an embrace and proposes a date. The couple is seen in the next scene mixing and recording the song in the studio. They end up kissing after hearing the outcome. The sisters gather in their living room to discuss their day. They both tell each other lies because they did things that the other wouldn't approve of. Ri-na is upset that they still have 15 days to switch bodies, but Sumi has begun dating Hae-sun and isn't in the mood to do so. She hopes the tarot reader never returns from the vacation before she goes to sleep. She starts to run into Hae-sun on the rooftop every day after that. She makes the most of their limited time together. Ri-na is still reading Sumi's journal in the interim. In a flashback, Sumi is seen attending several musical show auditions. She only had her talent noticed because of blind auditions. Because of her appearance, many directors would snub her talent and use crude language. Ri-na is made aware of how unjust the world is to the so-called ugly people by this. During recess, she is dancing to her song while being teased by her classmates. They challenge Ri-na to do the same when she mocks them by laughing. She performs better than everyone else, which surprises everyone. After the incident, Gyosak starts to perceive her in a different way. Sumi discovers that Hae-sun follows her singing live streams the following day while she is using his computer. Even after she returns to her regular body, it gives her hope that he might still like her. Ri-na is browsing Sumi's computer concurrently. Finding the Sexy Diva live stream channel, she unintentionally starts the stream with her face in the camera's field of view. She loses a lot of her subscribers as a result of the flood of comments that make fun of her appearance. Sumi begs for the necklace as she sobs herself to sleep at night, hoping that no one will remember the live stream. The live stream is gone the next morning, and nobody is talking about it. It's almost as if it never happened. Rina herself is unable to recall going live. Sumi realizes that the necklace is special because it has been fulfilling all of her wishes up until this point. She puts the necklace to the test throughout the day, and each time the wish is fulfilled. She understands, however, that every time a wish of hers comes true, someone in her life suffers as a result. For instance, Hey Sun's song is criticized for being plagiarized when she requests the food of her choice. Similar to how she wants him to pick up where he left off during a live performance. The request is granted, but as a result, a crew member suffers a serious injury. Joseok isolates himself in a studio the following day as a result of the plagiarism scandal. Sumi goes to meet him, and the two of them complete the recording of their duet song. The 30 days are finally over, and Rina is delighted in the scene that follows. When the sisters visit the tarot reader's home, they discover that she still hasn't come back. Sumi believes it's because she unintentionally once wished for her to never come back. She asks the reader to return soon once more. The wish leads to the media spreading a dating rumor about her and Hae-sun. When Rina learns about the rumor, she becomes incensed. They get into a physical altercation in the middle of a parking lot, and Hae-sun has to break it up. Rina is pushed to the ground while being asked to keep her distance. Sumi, however, interprets the action as him only having feelings for attractive Na's face. The following day, Sumi returns to the tarot reader and learns from her daughter that her mother passed away as a result of a disease. The girl also reveals that in order to grant someone their wish, they must hold the necklace in their hands and sincerely wish for them to return to their bodies. The wish won't come true if either of the girls doesn't truly mean it. Rina is overjoyed to have finally discovered a way to return, but Sumi is not as happy. Rina reveals that Hae-sun used to despise her when she was in her own body after noticing that her sister was troubled. This indicates that he is presently attracted to Su personality Mi's rather than reappearance. Nas the girls make a wish after the conversation in accordance with what the tarot reader predicted, but nothing transpires. The next day, Sumi and Rina meet for work in front of the company. Sumi risks her life to save Rina as she is about to be hit by a car. They have switched back to their original bodies when they awaken in the hospital. The doctor in charge of them resembles the tarot reader exactly. Sumi is the older sister and the younger sister's protector, she explains. They were able to switch back because she prevented the accident and achieved her goal of saving Rina. Rina breaks up with Hae-sun in the subsequent scene, saying that she doesn't want to risk losing brand deals by being seen with him. In actuality, she finds it unacceptable to date her sister's boyfriend. Joseok, the bully, also apologizes to Sumi and admits that he has grown fond of her. But because she is in love with Hae-sun, she rejects him. Hae-sun arranges a musical audition a few weeks later. Sumi is given the forms by Rina, who urges her to fill them out. Sumi musters up the courage to attend the audition, mainly because she wants to take another look at Hae-sun. She wows everyone with her performance of their duet song. Sumi and Hae-sun are seen recording a song together in the final scene, indicating that she was chosen for the audition. This story is from the Korean fantasy film called The Miracle.